Every year, Six Flags is known for adding a new attraction at every single one of their parks each year. Six Flags New England is no exception. They have been on a roll lately. They have been adding some great attractions, and if they continue this trend, then their future is looking very bright. So in this video, I'll be predicting what they'll be adding in the next 5 years. When parks are planning for the future, they'll look 2 to 3 years in advance. So these videos are strictly done based off of speculation and pure guessing. None of this is confirmed. However, of course, it's fun to make predictions about what parks could be receiving and what we'd like to see at the parks. So before we look at what we could see at Six Flags New England in 2016 or 2017, let's look at what they've added in the last 5 years. They've added 3 coasters in the past 5 years. One of them a Wild Mouse, the other one Goliath, which was a relocation from Six Flags Magic Mountain, and of course Wicked Cyclone. And of course, as of right now, they have the tallest skyscraper in the world, and they also updated their water park. I'm predicting that Six Flags will continue to add good attractions at this park to help make this park even better than it already is. So I'm going to begin by predicting that in 2016, Six Flags New England will be one of several parks to receive a Larson Super Loop. We saw several Six Flags parks add these in 2015. And at first, people weren't crazy about these rides, but the fact is that these are thrilling attractions that guests really seem to like. I think that Six Flags will continue to add these to parks in 2016, and I think the Six Flags New England will be one of them. And when you look at these rides at some of the other Six Flags parks, these don't look like bad attractions. They look very nice, and the plaza around them generally looks good. They look like a fun ride that people want to go and enjoy. And so I don't think this Super Loop would be a bad ride at this park. In fact, I wouldn't complain at all if Six Flags New England got a Super Loop. The one thing that Six Flags New England does not have is a dark ride. This is something that I absolutely would love to see at this park, and I think many people would too. Six Flags installed 2 Justice League dark rides at 2 of their parks in 2015, Six Flags St. Louis and Six Flags Over Texas. And it seems that people really like these rides, and so I'd love to see them add more of these attractions. Whether they be themed to the Justice League or not, these dark rides are good, and so I'd like to see them add these to more of their parks. And I could see them adding one at Six Flags New England in 2017. In 2018, it will have been 5 years since Six Flags New England updated Hurricane Harbor, and so by then I think it will have been about time that they add something new to it. I could see them adding a new slide complex, but I could also see them adding a new family area. Parks all the time will update their water park by adding a new kiddie splash zone. I could see Six Flags New England also doing that. So I think you have the 2 main possibilities. The last slide complex that they added was thrill-based. It was a pair of capsule slides. That was the bonsai pipelines. So it might be just a minor Hurricane Harbor expansion. In 2019, I think Six Flags New England will be adding their next big roller coaster. The one major gap in their lineup is that they don't have a launch coaster, and Six Flags loves working with premier rides. They've created some great roller coasters, and so in 2019, I think they'll be adding a launch coaster from Premier Rides, possibly a multi-launch coaster. Now, Six Flags New England already has 2 roller coasters that go backwards, Goliath and Flashback. So I could see this new launch coaster not going backwards. However, a lot of the coasters from Premier Rides do go backwards. So it's possible that Six Flags New England might decide to send Flashback to another Six Flags park. And I think that is a very likely possibility. This is the Six Flags park that has 2 boomerangs. I don't know when they would send the Flashback to another park, but I think that that is a very likely possibility for some time in the next 5 years. Anyways, getting back to this Premier Rides coaster. I could see them going with a clone of Superman Ultimate Flight. That's the Skyrocket 2 model. It's already been cloned several times. Or they could go with an original layout, and that would be just fine too. I think that you can't go wrong with a coaster from Premier Rides. Whether they get a clone or not, I think that it will be a great fit for the park. And in 2020, it's about time that they added some new family rides. These Larson Flying Scooters are pretty popular models. I could also see them going with some common family rides. This could go just somewhere in the park, or it could go in the kiddie section of the park. I think that it depends on whether they want to go with true family rides or kiddie rides. Or they could do both, and then everyone's happy. So just to recap, here's what I am predicting for Six Flags New England within the next 5 years. Again, these are just predictions. None of this is confirmed. However, this is just what I would like to see at the park and what I think is likely. I've made these predictions based off of trends in the industry. However, 5 years is a long time. It's very possible that a new manufacturer could come out with a new ride, and then Six Flags could surprise everyone and install that new ride at all of their parks. Look at last year. No one was expecting Six Flags to install 4 Super Loops at the park. That was completely out of the blue, yet they did it. So these predictions are made from 2015 based off of what we've seen and what we know. And so I want to know from you what you would like to see at Six Flags New England in the future. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to Coaster Studios for more 5-year plans for other parks across the country.